Hello folks, welcome back. It's the end of the season and it's really bright, so I'm gonna squint. It's the end of this season. It's a short season, what is it, 4 episodes, something like that. But to be honest, we haven't done that much traveling. Look at this dog. Her face is under the grass.
Little face.
Like, what are you doing? I know it's been a short season, only like 4 episodes or something like that, but we're just not traveling all that much. And it's not because of the pandemic. As you know, Taiwan here, we can still travel the island and all its little outer islands pretty freely. It is expensive, kind of. So we're just saving money for after the pandemic, probably like a lot of you are. We want to go to Pakistan and Malaysia and Indonesia and Tokyo and stuff like that. So we need money to do that, so we're saving. A lot of you are stuck in your own cities and your own homes, and you probably have lost all appreciation for wherever you live. And us too, we live here every day. We're in Taipei right now, and we kind of don't appreciate how cool of a city it is because, well, we live here. So that's what this episode is about. This is about our view on Taipei, all the places that we go to and where we like to hang out.
Taipei City, it's happening, man. It's moving, it's small but heavy. I live here, I work here, and I play here. From cold and damp to hot and still damp. From modern skyscrapers to damn near rubble. What it lacks horizontally, it makes up in verticality. Everything can be found here, everything but the virus, and pants that fit me. This video isn't going to explore the deep or the underbelly. No, it's not going to expose the kind of stuff that will ignite rage in my comments section. It's my job as a YouTuber to only show you the inoffensive, soft and bubbly things, like how amazing it is to live under a sky full of rainbows and lollipops. I definitely won't be mentioning how annoying it is to walk behind a lackadaisical crowd of people on their phones. And we certainly won't mention the beetle nut spit, the slippery sidewalks, the eye-gouging umbrellas, the lack of bathroom hygiene, or the crippling, if not punishing, heat. And we shall absolutely avoid all talk of the staring and how, as a foreigner here, I will be stared at as if I am a zoo animal that decided to go bipedal for a day and walk upright. I'm just kidding, we're totally gonna make that video, but not this time. Instead, we'll focus on some of the cool places that I found. In Taipei, you can get a massage while you watch a movie at the theater, or you can do away with the movie and get a massage from the visually impaired. Live entertainment is 24 hours a day. There's a city above ground and a city below ground. And the food, it's plentiful. We're going to avoid the food in this episode because frankly, it'll take over the whole show. That leaves us at the beginning here in an underground labyrinth.
So the cool part of this mall is actually here in the Y section, and it's deep underground underneath Taipei Main Station, which is basically like Taipei's Grand Central Station. But the reason it's cool is twofold. One, they have a really cool Indonesian and Malaysian grocery store down there. They have food and spices and stuff in there that you can't really get anywhere else. And the other thing is that they have retro video game stores here. So I'm talking like Game Boys and Sega Genesis, N64 if you're into that kind of stuff. Of course, they also have like the new PlayStation 5 and Xbox, whatever stuff going on here as well. But that's a little out of my price range. This lady's just staring at us right now. It's so weird. Turn the camera and look. Okay, ready? To your left. Do it. Also, during typhoons, this place doesn't close because it's underground, way underground. So when normally you'd just be stuck in your house, you can come down here and still like do stuff. Taipei was to ever get attacked or bombed, God forbid, a lot of people could take shelter in these underground malls and in the MRT stations. They have these huge doors right here, and they're like super solid. Probably like 2 feet thick, and they close against these huge door jambs with thick rubber, and they're just like watertight and totally sealed, and like nothing's gonna get through these doors. So anyway, if we ever get attacked in Taipei, we can go to these underground malls where they have video games and food and clothing and massage parlors and stuff, and we'll just ride out the storm. So once you get out of that underground metro mall, it brings you to Beiman Station, which is the station at Neighbors Taipei main station. And conveniently, near this station is a bunch of music stores. They might actually be closed today, but usually there's a bunch of music stores right along here, and pro audio stores that sell electronics and amps and musical instruments, and then all the parts and pieces that you might need, even down to like the knobs and capacitors and transformers and everything, and vacuum tubes. It's really cool. It's a good area, but I think it's all closed today, so I can't really show you. I don't know if I've ever explained this before, but this thing here, which basically looks like a giant fireplace, it is. Inside here you can see there's all the soot and ashes from people burning stuff in here. And I guess, I don't really know or understand it fully, but you can sacrifice things for your ancestors or people that have passed away. I have seen stores where they sell like paper phones and paper cars and paper houses, and you burn those things, and it's like giving those gifts to the deceased people that you love. If a new iPhone comes out, you can buy that iPhone made out of paper, like 3D paper version of the iPhone, and you can throw it in here and burn it. Theoretically, you'll be giving that iPhone to whoever's in heaven or hell. I don't know if they observe heaven or hell, but whoever's dead. But yeah, these things are kind of all over the place. Pretty interesting. Okay, right there behind me on the second floor, that's my favorite music store, because the people there are the most friendly, and they're the only place I found one lefty guitar. I'm left-handed, and it's just not a thing in Taiwan, and they actually had a left-handed guitar, so kudos to them. And I hope you guys get tons of business, and you deserve it. Right there, second floor. Check it out. Wow. What is it?
It's a pretty tree. I don't know, but I really like it. Look, it looks like it used to be like a
kiwi.
No. Look how pretty it is inside, though.
Yeah, they're just all over the place. They're falling off this tree.
It's a very pretty tree.
Did you almost get hit by one?
I did get hit by one. Thanks, I guess. It's a dangerous tree. Don't get fooled.
If you guys know what this is, comment down below. This area that we're in right now is the Ximen area, which is spelled X-I-M-E-N. And it's a pretty insane place.
It's a cool kids hangout place. It really is.
Yeah. And there's like a whole labyrinth in there where cars aren't allowed. It's just only foot traffic. But this area is just 24-hour entertainment. I mean, during the day, you can eat, you can shop, you can watch live acts, you can get new glasses. Like, it's literally endless. And then at nighttime, the nightclub's open, and then they go until the morning time. So it's just 24 hours a day. This is where the famous toilet restaurant is, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, the reason I dig this area is because they have a watch section, like a wristwatch section. It's just like a 2-3-story building of nothing but wristwatches, and for some reason I really love watches. I'm a watch guy. I like mechanical watches or old, 80s Casio watches. We can cross this way, might as well. And they just have a building filled with them, which I've never seen anywhere in the world. So I'll show you that right now. So anyway, yeah, it's in this building right here, this really kind of super ugly green building. Ollie says that it's an important mall for some reason.
It's very famous. Like everybody in Taipei knows about it. It has something to do with like being one of the oldest malls, and then it's ugly green because it's like originally painted from. They kept the color, the original color from. I don't know when it was built. I'm trying to figure it out.
They painted it with seaweed. That's how old it is.
An experience.
Just more model cars than you would ever imagine here. They have some classic models.
Yeah, if you look up.
I might have to get one of these.
Yeah.
Build a model car. That's the one right there. Classic Ferrari. That's beautiful. Great little mall. Very interesting. Just all varieties of like pocket knives and pocket watches and Zippo lighters and watches and model cars, like all the cool little trinkets from when you were a kid, paired with like contraband, like flasks and knives. That's a great shop to spend a lot of time in. The crowds are punishing now after a while, like walking in these busy crowds. If you're from Canada like I am, you will not be used to this density of public and people. It's just mad. One thing that I find extremely interesting about Taiwan is that if there's a long lineup of people, other people will just get in it. And so anytime you see a really long line, I'd say like 10% of the people have no idea what the line is even for. They just get in the line. It's insane. Okay, now we're back on Linson Road, Linson North Road, which is the road that I live on, and it's one of the most famous roads in Taipei because it used to be the red light district, and there's still loads of evidence of that, especially if you're walking around at 2 or 3 a.m. here. You know, public intoxication, promiscuous behavior, and settling domestic disputes in a drunken, lewd, and loud manner are all examples of activities that are acceptable on this road. But you know, it is a great road. Aside from all of that, it's got everything you would want in your neighborhood. Obviously, we're not just always going around shopping every day of the week. That would be crazy. And frankly, we're not that materialistic. So we live in an area where we can get anything that we want to eat. All the food is here. All the best restaurants and pubs in Taipei, as far as I'm concerned, are in this area. And it's still a short bike ride from the Taipei 101. So it's a good area. We love it here. So I thought it might be interesting for you to hear from a guy that might have a different view on Taipei. And my buddy Joseph agreed to talk to me. He recently released a photo book, and he's a photographer. He's been doing it for quite a while, and he's spent the last year and a half, almost 2 years, making this photo book of Taipei. And it's not shots of like the Taipei 101 or any of those glamour shots. It's really in like the nitty-gritty part of Taipei. So this is a man who has spent this last 2 years really getting to know his corner of the city, and he's pretty intimate with it. And so it's kind of interesting to see the city through his eyes. And so we're going to interview him now. We're going to have a chat with him, and I hope you like it. Let's check it out. This video is about describing Taipei to people that have never been here.
Yep.
And they're probably sick of hearing me try to do that. So how would you describe Taipei to you know, your friends in America who have never been to Taiwan before?
I mean, like, you know, you can come here and you can have like a very, you know, like high-end, like classy kind of, you know, Tokyo or Seoul, you know, Seoul kind of it, like experience, and like just be like, oh yeah, you know, like Taipei, Taiwan, you know, like beautiful Asian city, futuristic. But like if you really come here and really explore different neighborhoods and the way people are living, you know, like for real, you know, you really get like intimate experience here. Like there's a lot of people hustling hard, you know, like you know, people are working like day and night, you know, trying to make ends meet, fucking hardcore. Like I live in Wanhua and like
Wait, you live where?
I live in Wanhua.
That's what?
It's West Taipei.
West.
And Wanhua is like kind of like where Taipei gets gnarly.
Yeah.
You know, because you got a lot of expats and they're like, oh, you know, like Taipei is like so safe and so wonderful, and then like Wanhua, you come there and you're like, whoa, you know, it's like this place gnarly over here. No, it's a great place. They speak traditional Taiwanese there. Yeah. You know, not Mandarin, and like tons of delicious food, and like just like, you know, it's just like I think the most traditional neighborhood in Taipei. Right. You know, that you get, and it's completely different from the whole persona that like Taipei wants to put out to the world with that whole like Tokyo, Seoul, and like Singapore vibe, you know? Sterile. Yeah, that whole shit. You know, and that's fine. You know, you guys, it's fine.
You shoot on film, right?
I shoot on only film with my still photography. Right. You know, I'm a street photographer. It's 100% film. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. You know, the end product is all that matters. 100%. And you know, the beautiful part about photography is like what works for you and your personal output. Yeah. You know, and so like, you know, for me and the cameras I like and the way that I like the way they render images. Yeah. You know, I like my film cameras.
You spent like what, like a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years getting this together?
This book is a year and a half process. Yeah. Year and a half process. A year of shooting, maybe a couple of months of completely not thinking about it to lose the emotional connection to the photography. Okay. Interesting. And then maybe a few months of like sequencing, cutting it down. Yeah. You know, really figuring out the formatting of the book and then actually formatting the book.
For anybody who's, you know, a novice photographer, they got their little camera, they're traveling, okay? Yep. And they want to bring back a set of photos that really represent the time that they had here or the experience that they're having. Yeah. Or they just want to cover something a little deeper than like you say with the tourist photography. Yeah. Do you have any suggestions for those people?
I do.
Yeah?
Truly go outside your comfort zone. You know, like no matter what, when you feel uncomfortable is the most opportune time to shoot photos and shoot the most. The worst that's gonna happen, someone might get a little angry. Someone might say something to you while you walk away. Have no fear. Yeah. Shoot whatever you want, shoot more, shoot past it, because you never know what you're gonna get, because like, you could review your photos right away, you could review photos another month later, and you could see details in those photos that you didn't even notice when you were there in that country. Right. You know? Yeah. Just shoot a lot, man. I always tell people, I know a lot of people, they're very reserved with their photography. It's like, shoot a lot. Shoot past what you're trying to get.
Yeah, that's good advice. There's a lot of times where I'm shooting video, and I shoot a lot of video, and it's not until I'm actually editing it. Sometimes when I'm editing it, that's when I feel like I'm actually truly traveling that spot. Anyways, thanks, dude. I appreciate you. Well, this video could literally go on forever. There's a lot that we could say about Taipei. There's a whole bunch of notable omissions from this video. Mostly like the nightlife. I'm not bringing my camera around at night with me. There's a whole ton of great friends that we have. A lot of people that, you know, might not want a camera in their face who are worth mentioning. There's just tons. There's so much that we can see. Our favorite restaurants, our favorite trails to skate and bike on. Everything. Favorite breakfast places, coffee places, watering holes, beer and dive bars, all of it. And I can't put it all in this video. Maybe we'll make another one another time, but for now we'll just scratch the surface. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this season. I'm sorry that it's short. The next one will be better. I hope you're all staying healthy and well. Don't freak out. Maybe spend less time on the internet looking at conspiracy theories and wondering who's out to get you and tapping your phone lines and crazy shit like that. Just, you know, maybe if you can, go for a walk. Try to appreciate where you live and what you got around you. Pretend you're making one of these Vaans World videos from where you live. What would you put in there? What would you show me? Comment down below. Tell me, where do you live? And what are the things that you like most about it? All right, stay safe, stay sexy. We'll see you in the next one.